Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, Jack Law, a partner in a personal injury firm in Dayton, Ohio, Attkisson Law Firm. Jack, the prior sessions, we got a little technical. We talked about the law, various criteria in selecting a good personal injury attorney. But today, you have a special treat for us. You're going to tell us a recent success story you had on the case that would really illustrate all the hard work you do for your clients in the personal injury arena in Ohio.
Well, thank you very much for having me, first off. I appreciate the question. I've been doing this for quite a long time, and I've represented clients all across the state of Ohio. And every client is important. I fight tooth and nail whether your case is worth $5 or $5 million. That's what's most important to me. And it's less about the money as time has gone on, and it's more about doing right for my clients and getting them the justice that unfortunately is all too often denied and not given voluntarily by those insurance companies.
Sure.
I've had lots of different types of cases, but I'll tell you about one in particular that settled here within the past couple of months. I represented a gentleman who worked in a mill. He worked there for several years. He needed his body, used his hands for a living. He needed to be fit. And he went through a program where he was hired in, and he was working approximately 20 feet up in the air on a man lift. One of the machines inside the facility was run down the tracks, struck the man lift. This man was tossed around like a rag doll back and forth, came down to the ground. He laid there for 10 to 15 minutes and was transported by squad away. We said, this man's terribly injured. He can't work.
Absolutely.
And by the way, he doesn't have this degree and that degree, and he didn't go to NYU or wherever for this and that. He's a nice working man, same as my dad was, worked for 45 years at the titanium plant up in northeastern Ohio. So this man needed his body. He was a hard worker, and he didn't have 50 degrees to fall back on. And the company on the other side said, no, somehow it was his fault. And then once we got past that issue, it was, oh no, he was in his 40s and 50s, so he had some degeneration and arthritis. It was that. It wasn't the fact that our guy ran into him.
Unbelievable.
Some people get ticked off. Some people foolishly walk away. I took that on as a challenge, and so did my client too. I had a very good client because he knew that they were trying to get away with something. We fought that company for 3 years. 3 long years. And they deny for a long time. We had several depositions. We interviewed witnesses. We collected documents. We hired experts from the other side of the country to inspect the plant and tell them what they should have known already, several ways that they did this man wrong, and which they quite frankly did all of their workers wrong. Because my client just happened to be the unlucky fool that day. So we filed the case. It went on for, unfortunately, a long time, but again, the wheels of justice moved very slowly. We were able to resolve this for this man, and he was able to avoid trial. Most people don't want to go to trial. It's intimidating. It's unpredictable. It's scary. I'm a lawyer. All I do is go to courtrooms, and that's fine. But that's not most people. So if you can get a good, fair, just result outside of the courtroom, that's what's always preferred. Now, sometimes they just won't play ball because it takes 2 to tango. And if they're not willing to, then you force them. You force them, and there's nothing wrong with that. Fortunately, the company finally caved. They understood what I think they understood all along, but at least explicitly acknowledged the ways in which they caused this man harm, and most importantly, they compensated him, not just for his past medical bills, but for the problems that he's going to have for the rest of his life. Because again, he has several working years ahead of him. He has a young family. He was the breadwinner. There weren't beaucoup jobs in this area of the state. So it's very important that this man be not only taken care of in the present, but in the future. And fortunately, we were able to get that result for him and his family. And that's what fulfills me about this job. And I try to do that for everyone. I'm for the fight, down for the fight, and you need a lawyer that does that. Another thing that's important is I always brought the threat of, listen, we're going to go to trial. There's a lot of lawyers out there who, yeah, they're lawyers, but they may have never seen the inside of a courtroom. They may not handle a lawsuit. They may not know how to handle a lawsuit.
Right.
Because it's just not what's in their lane. I've tried cases. I do try cases. That's crucial because the insurance company or the company on the other side needs to understand that the lawyer will bring the hammer if they need to. If they know,
Absolutely.
hey, that lawyer's just a settler and he'll go away, we'll just
Right.
shortchange him and shortchange his client between now and whenever he decides to go away. That's precisely what they'll do. But if you got a lawyer who's down for the fight, has done the fight, and would love to do it again, then that's crucial, and that's what'll get you, in an ideal world, an awesome result.
Jack, thank you for sharing. It was very inspiring. And I really want to commend you for the great job you do for your clients. This story just illustrated. And Jack, you just added another very important element when choosing a personal injury attorney, a firm like yours that has the wherewithal, the resources, and the knowledge to actually follow through with a lawsuit that need be. Because you just explained to us that sometimes insurance companies settle, but if they are not serious about their offer, you have the means to bring a lawsuit, which, by the way, is not cheap, and you carrying all the costs. Your partner and I, Kevin, discussed in previous videos that you have to bring in expert witnesses, pay court fees. It's not cheap, so you want to have a firm that is able to do so. And look, I think that it's very important to hire a firm that has the experience, resources, the knowledge, and is known in the community of other attorneys and insurance companies as a firm that goes all the way if need be. Everybody, thank you so much. Jack, I appreciate your time. We are going to wrap up today, but we're going to leave you with a phone number and a website of Attkisson Law Firm. Please feel free to call with any questions. On your case, second opinion, the phone number is in the bottom. The consultation is free. And I really hope, Jack, we're going to see more of you together with Kevin Attkisson in our future sessions. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.